Good evening, everyone. In the previous session of Global HRD, I was explaining about the process of potential appraisal. In this session, I am going to explain the last topic of potential appraisal, which is called the techniques of potential appraisal. And then I am going to start a new topic, which is called performance coaching. Okay, so let's begin the session. So technique basically here means what are the various methods used by the organization to find out the hidden potentials or true potentials of the employees. So that after finding out the potentials of the employees, they can create training and development program so that those potentials can be enhanced and polished, and organization can utilize that kind of talent for the benefit of the organization as well as for the benefit of those employees also. Okay, so basically these are the four types of techniques which are used by organizations to find out the potentials of their employees. Okay, the first one is rating by superiors. See, superiors are those people who are in regular contact with the subordinates. They give them instructions, those subordinates follow the instruction, follow the orders of the superior, and they perform their task. So superiors are considered to be one of the best options for finding out the potentials of the employees, because they know to what extent these their subordinates are ready to follow the orders, what kind of creativity level they have, what kind of suggestion they give, whether they are intelligent enough to find out some kind of problems within the directions or not. So there are various aspects through which superiors can give proper rating regarding the potentials of the employees. Now, there must be certain dimension on which rating must be provided by the superior. Now, these dimensions may be creativity, intelligence, decision-making skills, managerial skills. So, as superiors have close interaction with the subordinates, they know how they perform, how they work, what kind of relationship, working relationship they have with their colleagues, superiors, and subordinates. So, those aspects can be easily rated by the superiors. So, superiors are basically asked to rate the or give rating to the performance or potentials of the employees. So this is the first type of technique used by the organizations. The next one is psychological test. Psychological test usually reveal information related to the intelligence level of the person, to what extent the person is capable of taking responsibility, to what extent the person behaves in a proper manner, so that the person can be selected for a very higher position job, because in higher position job talent is required, managerial skills are also required, but at the same time proper behavior and attitude are equally important. So psychological tests reveal all kinds of aspects which can be used by the organization while promoting a person, or which will actually reveal the actual potentials of the employees. So psychological test is another way of finding out the potential of the employees. The next one is games. Games like simulations, business games, role playing. So these are certain kinds of interactive sessions through which the real potential of the employees can be found out. Because when employees do their job, they are under a certain kind of pressure. They have to do their job in a responsible manner so that they won't commit any kind of mistake. They won't be held responsible for any kind of problem or damages done by them. So business games or games like that actually give them some kind of relaxation, and in that mode they show their actual potential, what kind of the level of their actual potential, whether it is related to their IQ level, whether it is related to decision making skills or managerial skills, or they are very creative and intelligent. They can give different types of suggestion, they can analyze a problem through various point of views. So these games actually reveal the real aspect of the employees, through which potentials can be found out and later they can be appraised by the organization. Okay, and the last one is performance records. So performance records are usually maintained so that in future the actual performance can be analyzed. At the same time, these performance records also reveal various types of potentials within an employee. So first of all, here it says that performances are recorded, means what kind of activity, what kind of task an employee does, to what extent he or she is successful in performing the task. And there are various criteria also which are focused while conducting potential appraisal, like knowledge level, intelligence level, creativity level, decision making skill, managerial skills, communication skills. So these are the various dimensions through on the basis of which their performance are recorded, and then potentials are found out by the management or by the organization. And then these potentials can be enhanced, can be developed by various types of training and development programs. Okay. So these are the basic four methods used by any kind of organization to find out the real potential of their employees. Okay. So the next topic which I am going to explain is called performance coaching. So coaching is a very simple term. Everybody is aware of it. Everybody must have heard about it. So it basically means provide instruction, train someone in one specific area, in one particular area. So it is an performance coaching is very necessary for every organization so that the employees can learn various aspects. So basically, this technique is used by the organization to enhance the growth and performance of the employees of the individual, make them more responsible and accountable for their performance, for their activities, and for their job. So performance coaching actually provides different opportunities for the employees to learn how to perform better, how to perform in the right manner, and how to become responsible and accountable. Okay, so performance coaching, like any other aspect, is an ongoing process. We cannot say that once we have provided proper coaching to the employees, now we are done with it. No, it is a continuous process. It is an ongoing process which helps to build and maintain effective employee and supervisory relationship. So here, basically, performance coaching not only helps the employees to understand about their job, about the various activities they are supposed to do in their job, but it also helps to maintain a healthy working relationship between supervisor and the subordinate, because supervisors are the people who act as a coach. They provide performance coaching to the employees. They know each and every aspect of the job, and after understanding that, they provide proper advice and coaching to the subordinates so that they can learn a lot of things regarding their job, how to perform their job, and how to manage their performance. Okay, performance coaching can help to identify an employee's growth, means to what extent the person has learned or person has developed, because we can compare the result after, means after coaching result and before coaching result. We can find out the difference, that to what extent the performance of the employee is enhanced after providing performance coaching. So it also helps develop new skills. It also helps the employees to plan their future and career. So there are various elements in the performance coaching aspect which helps the individual for their personal benefit. At the same time, it also helps the organization so that the employees can through the performance of the employees. So using specific coaching skills of the superior, it is very easy for the management to provide performance coaching. Now, these supervisors evaluate, address developmental needs of their employees, and help them select diverse experiences to gain necessary skills. Now, these supervisors who are in charge of understanding the potential, understanding the actual performance level of the employees, they evaluate the performance of the employees, and then they find out what are the requirements of the employees in terms of development, what are the developmental needs of the employee, and they help them to enhance their potential to learn a lot of new things, and they also provide necessary skills to them. Okay. So performance coaching is very important from the organizational point of view, as well as for the development of the employees. Okay. So there are many types of coaching elements that provide a framework of coaching process. And basically, there are two major ways of providing performance coaching to the employees. In the first way, it is we can say that the first method is a proactive method, because providing some kind of coaching before something has already happened, which is very proactive, or preventing counterproductive methods. For example, in most of the organization, each and every employee go through a different kind of training program which will teach them how to protect themselves from different types of harassment. So this is the problem which may occur in future, but it hasn't occurred, and we are providing proper training and coaching so that this harassment can never happen with one type of employee, sorry, can never happen with the employees. So this is very proactive, teaching something, providing coaching related to something which will prevent them from facing different kind of adverse situations. So it will help them, or it will prevent them from being harassed. So this is one way of providing coaching. The second way is the correct performance problem as they arise within the organization, which means you have already made some kind of mistake, and now we are providing you performance coaching so that you won't repeat those mistakes, so that you will rectify those mistakes. So this is accomplished by first identifying the root causes of the problem, and then implementing a plan of action to correct the problem. So here what happens in the second way, there is a problem due to which your performance is not very good or your behavior is not appropriate. So here we are providing you performance coaching to correct your mistakes that you have committed. So what is the first step of understanding a mistake? Find out the root cause of the problem. What are the basic reasons of the problem due to which you are not able to perform better? And after finding the main reason behind the problem, they try to create a proper action plan and then implement those plans so that the problem can be rectified, and so that the person can understand what kind of problems are there while working, how to manage such kind of problems, and then the person can actually rectify their mistakes and won't repeat those mistakes again and again, because the person has understood what is the basic reason behind the problem and how to solve that kind of problem. Okay, so these are the basically two ways of providing coaching. One is proactive and another one is reactive, or we can say that after happening of a certain mistake or a problem, then only second method is used, and the first method is used to prevent the employees from making mistakes or facing some kind of adverse situation. Okay, the next element here is says that usually what happens, people get confused between training and coaching, because coaching is different, training is different, and they both provide obviously they both provide solution to fix the performance problem, performance related problem, enhance the performance, but still their approach of providing their approach of providing coaching or providing guidance is completely different. So training uses a structure designed to provide the employees with the knowledge and skills to perform the task. So as you all already know that training is a very structured program, a proper design is created, a proper plan is created, program is created, which provides information, guidance, direction, knowledge, skills to enhance the knowledge and skills of the employees, so that they will be eligible, they will be able enough to perform their job efficiently. So that is the main motive of providing training to the employees. So training is a structured program which provides directions, knowledge, enhances the skills of the employees so that they can perform their job successfully and efficiently. Coaching is a process that helps the employees to gain greater competence and overcome. So performance coaching is all about providing proper guidance to the employees so that their performance can be enhanced, they can improve their performance. This performance is basically related to their specific job, but it also helps in making the employees more responsible, more accountable, and this element can be also utilized by the organization in future if they want to promote someone to a higher level job. So it also provides some sense of responsibility and accountability within the employees, and which is not the part of training. So that's why it is different. The both of the way they approach the employees, uh, that is training and performance coaching, both are very different from each other, but their motive is to provide some elements, some aspects to the employees so that their performance can be enhanced and their performance can be useful for the organization. So the basic motive of both training and performance coaching is same, but their approach is different. Okay, and in that sense both are different from each other. Okay, so the next topic which I am going to explain is essentials of performance coaching. What are the various essentials, means what are the elements which are extremely essential in order to conduct performance coaching. Okay, so the first element which is extremely essential in performance coaching is trust, or building mutual trust between the supervisor, or we can say the coach, and the employee or the subordinate who is getting coaching. So here it clearly says that if there is no mutual trust between the supervisor and the subordinate, the supervisor cannot perform the role of a performance coach, because if the subordinate do not trust the supervisor, then definitely the subordinate will suspect the supervisor, will not follow the instructions and directions of the supervisor, will not follow the advices of the supervisor. So before conducting the performance coaching program, they must create an environment where mutual trust level is very high. Each and every subordinate must have some kind of high level kind of trust on the superior, so that they can willingly follow the directions and instructions of the superior. Okay, the next one is defining the issues. So the after building mutual trust between the superior and subordinate, the second point here says that the issue must be properly defined. And what is the right way of defining an issue? Means proper collection of all the information related to the issues. So the second step here says that the second element which is essential for performance coaching is that the superior as well as the subordinate both must collect as many information related to the issue, so that they can properly analyze the issue, they can understand each and every aspect of the issue, and then they can try to find a solution. So defining of issue means collecting information related to the issue so that the issue can be properly defined and then it can be properly understood. The next one is coaching for success. So coaching is basically provided to make an employee successful in his or her career. So this includes involvement of the subordinate also. They need to create an environment where the person, the superior, must interact with the subordinate, must make proper conversation with the subordinate to understand what kind of plan the person has created for himself or herself regarding his or her career. And after understanding that, the superior, the performance coach, can provide proper direction and guidance to the employee so that the person can become successful. Okay, the next one is creating a plan of action. Now this one also needs involvement of both superior and the subordinate, because when they are preparing a plan, when they have understood what kind of success or what kind of future the employee has set for himself or herself, now it is the time to create a proper plan so that target can be easily achieved. So the superior as well as the subordinate must come together, talk with each other, have proper healthy conversation, discuss different ideas, and then prepare a proper plan so that the person can achieve uh, his or her career goals. Okay, so these are the four elements which are extremely essential for conducting performance coaching. The next topic is steps in performance coaching. There are basically six steps in the performance coaching aspect. Okay, So the first step in performance coaching is that the superior must show confidence in the employee's ability and willingness to solve the problem. So here the performance coach is given the responsibility to provide proper coaching to the subordinate. But if the coach is implementing his or her views, want to change the opinion, want to change the entire behavior and personality of the subordinate, then performance coaching won't be effective. So the right way of getting proper benefit from performance coaching is to show confidence in employees' ability and willingness to solve the problem. Encourage the employee to speak about the problem, encourage the employee to speak about different solutions that he or she has actually thought of solving the problem. So this will encourage the person that the superior has actually confidence on me, the superior actually trusts my ability and capability, so that will improve the willingness of the subordinate to solve a particular issue. So confidence, showing confidence in the subordinate is the first step of performance coaching. The next one is describe the performance problem to the employee. Now here what happens, uh, if the performance coach will explain the problem in such a manner representing that there is a problem in the employee, so that will definitely not give the good result. So here the performance coach need to point out what element of the behavior, what element, what aspect of the attitude is the reason behind the problem. So the person needs to work on those small elements only. Instead of changing his or her entire behavior, let's just focus on some of the uh, elements of the behavior which is creating problem. So it will be easy for the subordinate to focus on those elements, and then the person can actually try to improve or change the behavior pattern also. Okay, the next one is determine whether issues exist that limits the employee's ability to perform the task or accomplish the objective. So we have to find out the issues which is not letting the employee to show his or her full capability, which is pulling the person back, through which the person is not able to showcase his or her true potential and true performance level. And then they can work on finding out proper solution. So in the third step, they will find out all the negative aspects which is not letting the employee to show his or her full potential. There are basically four common barriers, that is time, training, tools and temperament. Time, we first of all we do not have proper time to focus on one employee, give proper time to them to develop themselves. So that is one limitation. Training, if the person is not provided proper training, definitely there will be some problem in his or her performance. If the person is not given that kind of uh, tools or techniques to perform the job, definitely there will be some problem. And then comes the temperament, the attitude of the person, which creates different kind of problem. So we need to focus on these four barriers and then explain the subordinate how to overcome such barriers. Okay, the next one is discuss potential solutions to the problem or improvement action to take. Now, finding, first of all, in the first three steps, we will find out what is the basic problem, what are the reasons behind the problem. Now it is the time to find alternative solutions for the problem. Now, what is the best way of finding solution? Ask for suggestion. Ask the subordinate for the suggestion, what kind of solution he would prefer, so that the problem can be easily solved. So proper interaction, communication between the superior and the subordinate through this kind of interaction will help the superior to understand the point of view of the subordinate. Now the subordinate can also focus on finding out the solution, and then they will create a proper plan to solve the problem. After finding out various alternatives, they will select one alternative to solve the problem. The next one is agree on a written action plan that lists what employee the manager and possibly the HR professional will do to correct the problem. So let us imagine ourselves in the place of the employee, in the place of the manager, as well as in the place of the HR professional, and then create an action plan to solve a problem. So what kind of decision would be taken to solve a problem, that must be properly understood. So understanding opinion and point of view of employee, manager and HR professional is very necessary, so that if they understand the point of view of three different aspects or three different positions of the organization, they will definitely find a correct solution to the problem. Because if both are thinking or both are focusing on only one point of view, definitely the solution won't be appropriate. So in order to create a proper action plan, they need to agree regarding the point of view of the employee, manager and the HR professional. They are not supposed to go and consult them. They will keep themselves in the shoes of these people, and then they will make a decision so that the right decision can be taken. And the last one is set a date and time for follow up. Follow up and feedback is very necessary. See, giving instruction, creating a plan is a good thing, but what if they are not checked properly from time to time? So proper date and time should be set, so that to what extent the person has actually executed the plan, that can be understood. Whether the plan is properly executed or not, that feedback can also be taken. So this will actually help in proper execution of the action plan which they have created to solve the problem. Okay, so these are the 6 steps uh, to conduct the performance coaching aspect. So in the next session, I'm going to explain the what are the various types of coaching skills required by the performance coach, and then I'm going to explain the